Hi YouTube family, Redhead Metal Diva here, reducing red, coming at you with my week 15 post VSG vertical sleeve gastrectomy update. As you can see, I am sans glasses. I'm wearing some old contacts just so I can barely see the outline of my iPad, and I wrote my notes super big in permanent marker so I can make them out. Why am I doing this, you may ask? Because about a week and a half ago, I all of a sudden started getting pain right here, and I took off my glasses and I found that little sore there. I'm not sure if it's from my glasses because none of them are tight. They're all acetate, plastic, so it's not really like they're places to create pressure sores, but because my glasses sit on them all day, every day, it's not going away, and so any chance I get to not wear them, I'm trying to take it because it's getting really annoying, and I don't know what else to do. So I figure if it's not important to see, I will just wear these outdated contacts. So, numbers! I started out my journey at 238.4, the highest weight. Day of surgery, I was 226. Last week, I was 170.8 after a very suspenseful week whether I would lose or gain. This week I'm at 168.6, so I did lose a little more than 2 pounds, and I am just 2 ounces away from 70 pounds total loss since my highest weight. So that's kind of freaky when you think about it, like 70 pounds? That's like a 10-year-old. And I only say that because I work with kids and, I see that. Strange. Feeling a lot stronger with my workouts, feeling a lot more in shape, feeling like I can do a lot more. Unfortunately, I didn't go to the gym at all this week. I've kind of gotten myself engrossed in my newest project, which is, banquette bench seating along the back wall of my dining room. So I've been doing that instead of going to the gym, which is not good, but at least it's physical. I do have to use all my muscles. I do sweat. I mean, it was 95 degrees yesterday and I was in my garage with a bunch of lights and power tools going and whatnot. So, it's physically challenging of some nature. I do want to try to finish that ASAP, so I feel like I can go to the gym because I get kind of narrow-minded and want to finish my projects. So, yes. Going from there, I've started having some of my stomach issues, and they're not really stomach, they're more intestinal, but it's kind of this intestinal thing that I've had pretty much my entire life, most markedly since probably the age of 10, but it, back in the day I had episodes further apart that were, I don't know if it's because I was younger and wasn't used to it, but they were debilitating intestinal pain, and tried the whole no soda for a year, it didn't stop. All sorts of things I cut out. They thought I had celiac, so I did the gluten-free thing, and let me tell you, almost 2 decades ago, there were no options for gluten-free, and I was a young teenager, and I was like, yeah, right, this is not gonna happen. And so I was glad that when the test came back that was negative, because that would have been tough back then. I mean, nowadays you can find pretty much anything you want gluten-free, so it would have been easier to test that out now, but whatever. And then I went through this whole thing, had a million tests, barium swallows, CT scans, colonoscopy, all this kind of stuff. And after the colonoscopy came back normal, that I had a beautiful colon, I still have the little picture, my doctor basically said it was all in my head. Sometimes doctors can be so lovely. Anyways, so I found a different gastroenterologist. He basically just said it's IBS, control your stress, and take Zolnorm. So with the Zolnorm, it got better because I did have dysmotility of the gut, so it wasn't constantly moving like it's supposed to. So when it gets stagnant, you build the bacteria, blah, 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 hurts, gas, bloating. But like literally, you know, in my early 20s, I would have episodes where I looked like I was about to give birth to twins. Like, not even a joke. No, you know, exaggerating as much as I love hyperbole and exaggeration and the dramatics of everything. I literally looked like I was about to give birth to twins when it would get really bad. And so I would just go on liquid-only diets for a week at a time just to avoid the pain. I didn't lose any weight, which was weird, but, you know, whatever. So finally, my gastroenterologist, well, his physician's assistant or nurse practitioner or whatever saw me every time after the initial time I saw him. She went to a conference and actually called me in and said, oh, I heard about this new thing. If it's all your symptoms, let's try it. And it was just antibiotics that are only absorbed in your gut for 10 days, and it worked. So I was diagnosed with small intestine bacterial overgrowth. And after that first round of antibiotics, I was great for about 3 or 4 years, and then I had to go back on them again because it started coming back. And ever since then, I'm trying not to do antibiotics because I've become allergic to so many, and I only have a couple left that I can still take that I don't have an allergic reaction to, or don't get tendinitis, or, you know, hives on my eyeballs, things like that. So I've been trying to do with peppermint pills, you know, when it comes up, and sticking to liquids when it gets bad and things like that. I've been having some of those episodes lately. I think it's because I'm actually getting into eating real food, like a real person, and so it's obviously a little more than my poor little small intestine bacterial overgrowth body can handle. So having some uncomfort, some pain, not so much bloating, but a little bit, kept me more on the liquids, mostly, when I think of it, I guess. Oh, I had like 2 glasses of wine last night at a party. I know you're not supposed to, but these parties are at very wealthy people's houses, and they have very, very, very expensive red wine, and that's really the only red wine I like. So I really wanted to take advantage of it, and had 2 glasses, got pretty drunk. Not like terribly, you know, but still didn't get a hangover. You know, I was expecting to get like wildly drunk just from hearing about, you know, your smaller stomach, you absorb it faster, you absorb it more, that whole thing. And it really wasn't quite that bad, but I don't intend on doing that again anytime soon, just because there's so much sugar and so many calories and no protein. So what's the point of putting something in your body if it's not fulfilling your goals? Well, hello, Samson. Oh my goodness. He doesn't like being picked up. That's one of my 4 cats. Anyways, so that's kind of what's going on. Feeling good. Really, my body composition, like I feel so much stronger and so much smaller, but my size 14 pants that I bought like a month and a half ago or 2 months ago, whatever it is, they're still staying on me. So obviously maybe it's just changing from fat to muscle, but staying roughly around the same size until, you know, I lose even more weight. Not that it's a problem, but I feel so much stronger, and it's really great. And I feel smaller, even though I am not. so looking forward to going on. I'm eating a little bit more at a time, which is awesome because it makes me feel like a normal person again. And I think, a little over 3 months into it, it's pretty good. Feel really, really good about it. So, yeah, guys, for those of you that are just starting out and you feel awful and you feel awkward and like everything is difficult, it gets better. It gets so much better, and it's still work, but you get to a place where it feels normal. And eating small amounts is normal, and not drinking when you eat is normal, and making protein choices over anything else is just instinctual. Like I said, it's still hard. You still have to stay away from bad food, but it becomes more part of your natural rhythm or choice making. I don't know. So have faith for those of you who are where I was a couple months ago and was pretty miserable and having a lot of challenges. It does get better. So thank you so much for tuning in again, and thank you for those of you who have subscribed. It makes me feel special. I will be with you again next week with my week 16 update. Until then, live the dream and try to have fun. Brain fart. Sorry guys, I have sawdust in my head and wood glue everywhere. My woodworking clothes. Anyway, so thank you again. I will see you next week and have a good week. Bye guys.